Greetings, fellow candle fans. My name is Andrea, and I'd like to welcome you to the first chapter of Scent Sessions. It's what I hope to be a weekly segment on my channel, Candle Chatter. I'm going to go around my house and show you what I'm burning on any given day. I don't go through a lot of candles. I have a hard time getting empties, so I thought that this might be a nice alternative. Right now, I just lit up Fall Gathering from Caramel Sundays in my kitchen. As you can see, this is by my coffee maker. We'll be preparing dinner in a little while, and the candle will be out of the way, located here. This is where we get kick-started in the morning. I am a huge coffee fan, and so is my husband. We do not function until we have that first cup in the morning. Of course, mine is decaf, so it's pretty much psychological on my part, but he's a high test guy, so we love our coffee. I will let you know how this candle is doing. Like I said, I just lit it up. I love it on cold sniff, and I have a feeling it's going to blend well with what I've got burning in the living room, which we will move on to. On my mantle, I'm burning Autumn Jam from Caramel Sundays. This candle has turned out to be everything I hoped it would be on cold sniff. It's beautiful. It's fruity. It's a little spicy. It screams fall. It screams autumn. And I am absolutely loving it. Let me show you these wicks a moment. I don't know if you can see, but this is something that's happening across candle brands. The first few burns, the wicks get really curly. And like I said, this is not something that's exclusive to Caramel Sundays. This is happening across candle brands. I don't know why, but I wanted to make you aware because you have to keep an eye on these wicks so they don't extinguish themselves. But other than that, as you can see, this is a beautiful burn, gorgeous wax pool. And like I said, I'm loving this candle, and it is living up to all my expectations. Let's move on to my front hallway. Here in my front hallway, I'm burning Pumpkin Spice Latte from Gift Gala. I fell in love with this scent on cold sniff, and I am in love with it as it burns. I don't have it lit right now because this is the candle that I'm going to pass on for the best possible reason. I have a friend that is going through a very rough time. And she came over for some coffee and comfort the other day, and I had this fragrance going. And she absolutely fell in love with it. So I have burned it a couple of times just to get a good idea of what I thought, and then I'll be doing a lit review this week. But I didn't want to burn it down too far because I wanted her to have as much of the scent to enjoy as possible. I have to tell you, Pumpkin Spice Latte is a beast. It not only smacks you in the face, but it grabs you by the hair and it pulls you down the hallway into another room. If you are one that likes very strong fragrances, this one is it. It's very vanilla whipped cream dominant to my nose. There are some spice notes in there. But I don't really get a lot of pumpkin, although I think the pumpkin is probably adding to the creaminess. I really love this scent, and I'm going to repurchase one just for myself. So I am enjoying this scent, and I definitely give it 2 thumbs up and highly recommend it. Let's move on to my master bedroom. In my primary bedroom, I am burning Acorns and Apple Spice, also from Gift Gala. I love this fragrance. This is a great fragrance to burn in your bedroom. There's definitely that apple note. There's a little bit of spice in there, and there's a nutty, woody element that the acorns add. I have burned this probably for almost 4 hours. So it's getting ready to be extinguished. And then next on the agenda here in my primary bedroom is going to be blankets and books. Acorns and Apple Spice. It isn't a beast fragrance. It runs around a 6. It is detectable at my open concept, but I can really smell it here in my primary bedroom with a hurricane on it. So let's go to another location here in my bedroom. I don't melt a lot of wax. I prefer to burn wax. But when I do melt wax, this is where I do it. This is an enclosed area and it gives me a really good sense of what the fragrance smells like. This little wax warmer I purchased on Amazon, and I like it because the holes, it doesn't have a ton of holes and it doesn't glow so brightly that you get blinded by it. Tonight, I'm going to light up Plum Embers from Gift Gala and see what I think of that. I am a Gift Gala ambassador, but I've heard from others that this is an absolutely gorgeous fragrance, but being a gourmand girly, I wasn't sure if I'd like it. I have to tell you though, on cold sniff, I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love the plum note in there. I wish more creators had a candle with that plum fragrance in it. It's just really, really beautiful. So I'm looking forward to melting this tonight, and I will give you an update later. We are in my studio now, and this is where I like to shoot video. And if I have something that needs to be put under a lamp, a candle that needs to be put under a lamp, this is where I put it. Now, that being said, I really haven't had any reason to do that. As I said earlier, I do prefer to burn rather than melt. However, the beautiful, beautiful Booberry met with an unfortunate accident on its way to my doorstep, and the glass is badly cracked. So what I'm going to do is try and put it into a different container and melt it underneath this lamp, because it is too beautiful of a fragrance to just let it go to waste. So I'm going to go to work with a hammer and pliers and see if I can get that glass off of there without hurting myself too much. And I will let you know how that works out. I'm also burning Oat Orchard in here. Right now, Oat Orchard from Caramel Sundays, it is predominantly an apple scent. So far, I haven't really gotten a lot of oatmeal or oat milk from this fragrance. Although I have to say, when I sniffed it this morning before I lit it, that I could tell that that oat fragrance was about to come out. So I'm hopeful. I mean, right now, it hasn't been going for too long. Right now, I can really, really smell the spices coming forward a lot more than I did before. This is only my second burn of Oat Orchard, so a lot of times soy wax really wakes up on the third burn. So I'm hoping that that oat note comes out and becomes a little bit more prominent than it is right now. But even if it doesn't, I have to say this is still an absolutely beautiful scent, and I am very much enjoying it. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of my home. Until next time, you take care, my friends. Bye.